Hi everyone, it's Miss Larkin here. I just wanted to go over some of the historical fiction elements for our writing that we've been doing. So we know historical fiction is a story with fictional characters that is set in a real time in history. So in reading, we've been reading Number the Stars. Number the Stars is about a fictional character or characters, Anne Marie and Ellen, who are actually not people. But what's going on in this story does take place during the Holocaust, which was a real time in history. So, for your writing, you guys have been working on your own historical fiction stories, which means you're creating characters and you're putting them in a real time in history. So, let's take a look. You began by working on your setting. And for your setting, you were choosing a historical time period and also a historical place. Remember, this is a real place and a real time during history. You're working on where the story is taking place. So, where is this? What does it feel like when you're there? Remember, we're working on show, don't tell. And what does it look like? Remember to use as many descriptions of the place and time that you can. Your research that you're working on in reading will help you develop your setting. We're also working on characters. So remember, you're making up this character. It shouldn't be anyone famous or from history. You're making up your character. Remember to have at least 2 characters, but no more than 3. When you introduce your characters, make sure you tell your names. So, if I was working on my own story, I would say Johnny and Susie. So, is it enough to just say Johnny and Susie? No, you have to add a description of your character. How old are they? What do they look like? What are they wearing? What's their hair color? So, Johnny and Susie. Johnny is a 9-year-old boy. He is a tall boy with brown hair and blue eyes. He likes to wear his favorite pair of ripped jeans and a blue t-shirt with a baseball cap. Susie is a 5-year-old girl. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. She loves to wear her favorite red dress. Now remember, I just didn't say Susie was 5 years old, and that's the end of it. I gave as many descriptions as I could think of. When introducing our characters, we also have to tell what kind of person is he or she or they. So, Johnny is a kind and brave person. He likes to go on adventures with his sister Susie. Susie is more shy, however. She's afraid to take chances. Remember to be as descriptive as possible. Also, we can work on inside and outside traits of our character. Like we said, traits, physical traits on the outside are what we see. Brown hair, tall, they're wearing boots or shorts, they have a green shirt, as well as the inside, what they're thinking, what words they're using, their traits or their personality. We think about what the character says and does, and even how he or she feels. This will help your reader make a picture in their mind and see, oh wow, I can really picture that character. Remember to use as many descriptive words as possible. Then we move on to problem and solution of our historical fiction story. Remember, the problem is something that a character in the story wants to change, fix, or figure out. And the solution is the way a problem is solved or fixed. If I'm working on my historical fiction story with Johnny and Susie, I like my story to take place during the time of the American Revolution. And since we've done a lot of research on the American Revolution, I'm going to use that as part of my setting. The problem is, what challenge or problem are the characters going to face? Give lots of details. So I might say, one day when Johnny and Susie were out, they came in contact with the Loyalist army. But remember, I'm not just going to say they came into contact with them. I might be more descriptive. I might say, the Loyalist found out that Johnny and Susie's father was a patriot and wanted to bring him to jail. Remember, be descriptive. And then we move on to motivation and solution. What is your character or characters going to do? How is your characters going to get through the problem? So Johnny and Susie, the Loyalists wanted to take their dad to jail for being a patriot. How might they get over this problem? What are they going to say and do to get away from the Loyalists? That moves us into dialogue. No story is good without dialogue. Dialogue is a conversation between two characters. So, Johnny and Susie might be talking to each other, or Johnny and Susie might be talking to a soldier. You're going to choose two characters. What are they saying to each other in your story? Now remember, you're making up this story. You can choose whatever you want. Whatever you want them to say, you can make them say. Remember, when using dialogue, you use quotation marks.